We're going to welcome in 1992 Sugar Bowl MVP. He's a national champion running back at the University of Alabama. Matter of fact, he won championships at all three levels, high school, college, and the NFL for the Dallas Cowboys. Derrick Lassic, I hope you're doing well. Welcome back to T-Town.
Thank you.
Man, it's good to talk to you. I hope you're having a great college football season, enjoying your Tide and this offensive explosion here in T-Town.
Yeah, it's always a great season when the Tide are winning. You know, I enjoyed that a lot more than when they weren't doing as well.
Sure.
That seems so long ago.
Hey, no, and you think about it, I mean, just this past week, Alabama beat Tennessee for the 12th straight time. And the 12 years prior to Nick Saban's arrival, we were 2-10 against Tennessee.
What a difference a coach makes.
Let me ask you, what do you see in this football team, Derrick?
I see one of the most dynamic offenses I've seen in a long time. I kind of compare them to Oregon back when Oregon was scoring those points, but I think we have a better running game than they do. And I think Tua's a better passer than Mariota.
Yeah, just what he's been able to do, it's – I mean, we were just reading through some of the stats, and he's done it. He's setting college football numbers, records, and he's doing it in only 3 quarters.
Phenomenal. He's just once in a lifetime, I think, type of talent. I mean, he has a quick release. He's accurate. He's cool under pressure, and he runs and gets out of the way of rushers a lot better than people give him credit for.
How do you beat this guy?
Hope he gets hurt in practice.
Don't say that now. I mean, knock on some wood here.
Well, you asked me the question. So.
I know I did. But I mean, in all seriousness, I mean, you've played against some NFL greats. You've been a part of teams that had great quarterbacks. I mean, how do you defend this guy if you're a college team?
I mean, he's a great talent, but then he has all those toys around him. He has a great tight end. He's eventually going to be a first rounder. He's got 3 receivers that I think are eventually going to be first rounders. He's got 3 running backs that are going to be first or second rounders. He has 2 or 3 offensive linemen that are going to be first, second rounders. So it's not only him. He's surrounded by a lot of great talent, but he elevates that talent. He's kind of like a Michael Jordan. He makes Scottie Pippen and Horace Grant a lot better.
We're talking with Derrick.
He makes the guys around him. Makes the guys around him a lot better, yeah.
Well, and you know, Brett Favre, I heard him talking about quarterbacks, and he said, you know, you can throw a lot of different things at me, but he said, to me, a quarterback is defined by what you just said. Everybody else takes their game, and he helps them take their game to the next level.
Exactly. See, a lot of the stuff that's happening now, I predicted back in July.
Yes, you did.
I had so it's like I said, Judy's going to be one of the top 4 receivers in the country. He's one of the top 2 or 3, I think, in the country. The scary part about this is they're sophomores. They're only going to get better, and they have another year. So they're scoring 60 points this year. God knows how many they're going to score next year.
Well, and now we say that from an Alabama perspective. What do you think the rest of college football is going, oh, Lord, they got another year down there. They got another year with those monsters.
We're going to have a lot more Alabama haters than we've had in the past. At least they thought they had a chance before. Now they don't think they have a chance. Well, they say, oh, it's a conspiracy. They kicked the linebacker out, or they get this call, they get that call. I don't think the linebacker would have made a difference, to be honest with you. We're going to beat LSU handily.
Oh, look at this. Look at this confidence going into this game. And we need this because we've had some of these guys that have kind of pushed our buttons this week. I mean, talking about LSU is going to be a game, and I think we've created a little anxiety here in T-Town as we get ready for this game. And, you know, we always hear it, right? We hear it leading up, how great the team that Alabama's playing, and then Alabama destroys them, and, oh, they weren't very good. They're not very good. You know, that's the narrative that's been like this for 4 or 5 years.
Yeah. See, so they're saying it's going to be a great game because they're used to the old Alabama offense. This is a different kind of beast here. This offense is nothing like the old offense, but LSU's offense is like their old offense. They have great defensive backs and players, but we're just great all across the board. It's really going to show itself in a couple of weeks. I'm willing to say we'll beat them by 28, 30-something points, and that's because Nick called off the dogs early.
So you're saying Tua Tagovailoa, third quarter, he's sitting on the bench watching everybody else do their work?
Mid third quarter, he's going to come out of the game.
Man, I hope you're right. Because that place.
Well, go back to July and what I predicted.
You did. So, you were all over this. You were all over this team.
I think our defense is getting better. A week off, they're going to get a little healthier. LSU doesn't have a dynamic offense. The offense is kind of the old school offense that our defense is used to facing. Now, what gives us difficulty is that spread offense with a quarterback that can throw it and run it. Their quarterback, he's not the greatest running. Well, he can run a little bit, but I don't think he's a threat to our defense. Like, say, like the quarterback from Oklahoma,
Baker Mayfield.
Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray this year. Yeah,
Kyler Murray. He's not a Kyler Murray. Now, that type of quarterback gives our defense a lot more issues than the quarterback at LSU.
Okay.
I don't think LSU is going to score more than 17 points, and we're going to be in the mid-50s.
Oh, Derrick, man, with your expertise and the way that you understand the game, man, I mean, we're like, you're going to have my audience. They're these Alabama fans. I mean, they're already crazy. All right, so Derrick, let me ask you a simple question, okay? Non-refundable ticket. Should I go ahead and buy my airline tickets to Santa Clara, California?
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Okay.
Only team that can beat Alabama is Alabama, and we have to, like you said, knock on wood and hope we stay healthy. Even if we have injuries, I think we could still make it to the championship. If we're healthy, it's past it. Or what is it? San Jose?
Yeah, San Jose. Yeah. Santa Clara is the stadium. It's where the 49ers play there, Levi Stadium, and Santa Clara, California, San Jose area, right there, real just within a few miles.
Get that ticket because if even if Alabama doesn't make it, if somebody beats them, that's a heck of a team. This is Nick Saban's best offensive team, no question. I think towards the end of the year here, they're going to get better at defense, and they're going to play the defense that Alabama fans are used to seeing.
Derrick, I want to get your thoughts. We know what Damien Harris is capable of. We certainly see that. But I want you to take just a minute and look at Josh Jacobs, a guy that came out of Oklahoma, not a lot of offers, Wyoming, and then here comes Alabama like 2 weeks prior to National Signing Day. What do you see in the young man, Josh Jacobs, here at Alabama?
He's very versatile. He's very explosive. His burst, his first couple of steps are incredible. He's fearless. He's a great blocker. He catches the ball very well out of the backfield. He's an all-around dynamic player. If he was at a team where they showcase his abilities, he'd be a Heisman candidate. That's how good I think he is as a back.
What does it tell you? And I don't want to talk about Damien Harris, getting not the start on Saturday, but you look at Najee there, that Nick Saban turned to Josh Jacobs and say, "Hey, you're going to get the start here." Damien did something. We don't know what it is, and I'm not going to speculate. But either way, he did something. What minor is what obviously it is, but whatever it was, it got Nick Saban's attention. What does that tell you that he went to Josh Jacobs as someone that he can trust in pass protection? Does that tell you anything there?
Well, I think he's a little older than Najee.
Sure.
So Nick, is saying, I'm thinking this may be his last year. So, he knows he has Najee for another year. And like I said, he wants to keep the treads high in those tires. They don't want to wear those backs out. And come the end of the season, we're going to need a big bruiser like Najee to soften up, the defense is a little more for our offense.
When you think about when everybody else is tired at the end of the season, this Alabama team is going to be fresh, playing three quarters and getting your second string so many reps, this team, when everybody else is a little bit fatigued, late in November and the latter part of the season, this team's going to be mighty, mighty fresh here in Tuscaloosa.
They are, and then, I say for next year, these guys are gaining a lot of game time experience. So next year's team is going to be, and I know we're still on this year, but I like to look into the future and, look bright for us because a lot of the younger kids are getting the opportunity to play, some big-time ball, which, usually they have to wait until they're soft.
Nick Saban called and told Marquise off the air that you're throwing out too much rat poison, Derrick.
Well, that offense is rat poison.
Well, what does he expect us to say, right? I mean, we are throwing out rat poison. I mean, he wants to give us like reverse rat poison, but I mean, we're also not going to look dumb by saying this team. It's a remarkable season.
Look, Nick has to smile or laugh himself. He has something special. I mean, with the talent he has and great coach he is, it's unfair. It really is unfair.
Derrick, what do you think about Amari Cooper going to our Dallas Cowboys?
I mean, they needed somebody, and I think that was a great move on Jerry's part. He's a great receiver. He's a number one receiver, which they were lacking. Now this gives Dak Prescott someone who could loosen up the defense for him. And it's going to help out Ezekiel Elliott. They're not going to be able to put 8 men in the box now.
Yeah, we're kind of excited to have a little Amari Cooper there in Dallas. And someone wanted me to ask you, go back to Tiger Stadium. Coach Stallings has talked about this before, about them putting the Tiger outside of the locker room back in the 90s. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah. I thought it was a joke. You hear the guy say, oh, yeah, the Tigers. I'm thinking it's going to be the mascot. So as a redshirt freshman, I would run out, and then the Tiger is literally right there at the visitor's locker room. And he's kind of, riled up, and you kind of it takes your attention off of the game or what you're supposed to be doing because you're in amazement that there's a real live tiger in the stadium.
Intimidating. Might get your mind. I mean, what's it like to play at Tiger Stadium when that crazy crowd gets to rocking there and creating earthquake type noise inside Tiger Stadium? What's it like?
Like Coach Stone said, you don't want to start slow because you're going to make it hard on yourself. It's already going to be hard because they're liquored up down there because usually at night games they like to get boozed up in Louisiana. And they get rowdy. It's loud. So you got to jump on them early to kind of keep them, tame somewhat.
Did you enjoy playing down there, though?
Oh, it's the greatest college stadium. I mean, it's the greatest stadium ever. And I played in the NFL and in many other stadiums, but down there in Baton Rouge is nothing like
it. It is a lot of fun. Well, Derrick, it is. Let me ask you, outside of Alabama, who do you think is the biggest team that you would like to see match up against Alabama? I mean, something tells me those dogs over there, I don't know, you live in that state. Do they want any more of Alabama, or are they still licking their wounds from back in January?
Now, you're saying SEC, or are you saying other?
No, anywhere. I'll give you the flexibility to go anywhere you want to go.
I'd like to see them go against Clemson because Clemson's defense is supposed to be so good, and their offense with this new quarterback is supposed to be so good. I'd really like to see them play. I think Oklahoma, it would be a shootout, but our defense is far superior to theirs. So that wouldn't, and I kind of like a lower scoring game, and I think Clemson and Alabama would be a lower scoring game. With us winning by about 17 to 21 points.
Man, you're awesome. I enjoyed it, and like you said, I mean, we got to give you credit. Marquise and I went back a little bit and listened to the conversation that we had back in June and July, and it's we're not accustomed to this. I mean, we're accustomed to playing Coach Stallings ball, man. Get up by 17 and let's get the clock down. Let's milk that time and turn it over to historic defense. We're not accustomed to putting up 28 points in the first quarter.
Well, get used to it because it's going to happen this year, next year. And, they say his brother is just as accurate.
He is.
So
he is.
It's going to be scary.
Yeah, best high school quarterback I've ever seen. I didn't see Tua play in high school, but I've seen his brother, and we're going to go tomorrow night. Going to be taking on Coach Bryant's grandson, Paul Tyson, here. It's going to be on ESPN2. If you've got ESPN2, DVR it because this kid he's legit. I think he's thrown for 12,000 yards in his high school playing days. 12,000 yards. So he's it's really, like I said earlier, unfair. But Diamond fans, get used to this because this is what it's going to be like for the next 6 years. Derrick Lassic, I appreciate you, man, for being a part of the show and enjoy the season. We'll catch up with you very, very soon. Thank you again for helping us preserve the history of the University of Alabama. We appreciate you, man.
Thanks for having me. Roll Tide.